What's happening, Maniacs? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Thank you for tuning in once again. Today we're going to have another music reaction, and as you can see, Holly's back for another one. So, I am familiar with what we're about to check out, but I thought this would be a fun one for you to see. So today, we're going to hit up Annihilator with their video for Blasphemian. Now, anyone who's familiar with this band knows what Holly's in store for. I don't think Holly knows what she's in store for, but these guys are technically a deathcore band based out of the States. I definitely enjoy them. I would dare say they're a little more on the death metal side of things. Like, it's not standard deathcore. Like, a lot of their stuff's kind of technical death kind of stuff, but it's a mixture. And I will admit, this is not my favorite song by the band. However, I think for the sake of the video, this is probably the one to hit up, at least first. So, are you ready for this?
I guess.
She guesses. Let's get into it. love the imagery in this video. And there we have it. That was Infinite Annihilator with the track Blasphemian. Now, I'm going to guess based off of your reactions that probably not your thing. No, not at all. No. Now, I really wasn't sure about the music in this one because personally myself, this isn't even a song that I really listen to much by them. It's not one of my favorite songs. I do think they probably have some other stuff that you would definitely like a lot more than this one.
Okay.
But I did think the absurdity of the video would maybe grab your attention, but I think much like me, you're probably pretty desensitized to a lot of things, so it probably doesn't have that much of an effect. You'll see a lot of reactors that react to this, and they don't know what to expect. This is like from a different world to them, you know what I mean? It's just absolute insanity. It's intense, it's noisy, the visuals are just completely absurd and disgusting. But again, you're not somebody looking from the outside. You're very familiar with extreme music, you know, so I really didn't know what you think of these guys, and as we can see, I'm assuming not much of a fan.
No, it's a miss for me.
Yeah.
The vocals were great. I did get a little excited from the start of the video because I do like that animation style.
The look of it?
Yeah, especially when it comes to music videos. I think it's really cool. But it just...
For me, honestly, with this song, it's the actual songwriting itself. The way the whole song flows together and stuff, it feels a little choppy to me, I guess. Like, it doesn't have a super smooth flow to it. It kind of feels like, here, we're doing this, now we're going to take a break, now we're going to jump into this, now we're going to take a break, and then we're going to jump into this. And that where it doesn't feel like a really smooth, cohesive song. And again, I'm a fan of this band. I enjoy these guys very much, but not this song so much. Again, not that it's bad for me. I do like a lot of deathcore stuff, but out of their other songs, there's definitely ones I enjoy more that definitely feel a little bit more structured and just more musically interesting, honestly. But for this, it was the video I wondered if it would get any reaction out of you, which apparently it didn't. So no. I didn't do my job here, people. You guys need to recommend something that you think is crazy. What's Holly going to react to that is, you know, maybe going to throw her for one, because she's like a stone wall over here. Good luck getting through her.
Well, I mean, it's just watching the video, and I had to take a pause and read the lyrics, and to me, I feel like they could have done so much more and still got the shock reaction that they were wanting to get, other than just putting random things in there just because it's shocking and it's grotesque. And to me, personally, maybe I'm just showing my age, but it's old. Yeah.
That's the thing. It is really hard to shock people like us at this point. Like, frankly, I'm a big horror fan. I've seen so much stuff that if you can actually grab my attention and make something stand out and surprise me, then you've really done an excellent job, because it's so rare these days. So that's why I wasn't sure. I was like, I know that you like animation and stuff like that, So I thought maybe the style would get you a little bit and be like, what the hell am I watching right now? Because that's kind of all I get from this, honestly. And that, again, not one of my favorite songs. There's other ones that I do think maybe you would enjoy more, and that, but I wasn't sure if the video would grab your attention or not. And as far as the lyrics go, I mean, the name's Infant Annihilator. You know what you're dealing with. Like, these guys are just really going for...
I didn't.
Well, they're just really going for shock is what I mean. Like, there's nothing deep here to look into. Like, the guys are actually pretty silly. They've got other videos of them just acting ridiculous and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not actually featured in this video, being that it's all animated, or whatever that style is exactly that they used. And that, but yeah, it's a little bit different. Again, I really didn't know what you'd think of this one, but...
It just came across as just being shocking and grotesque for the sake of being shocking grotesque. It, like, the song with the lyrics in the video, I personally found that it could have flowed together a lot better and get the result that they probably wanted.
So are you getting a little bit of, maybe like a little bit of a try hard feel here, where it's like we're trying to be shocking and stuff, but in your case you're not landing? Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I don't want to sound rude, because I mean, like, there were good things that I did like obviously the part where the vocalist, where he was carrying the vocals and held that note for
the growl or it?
Yeah, for quite a long time. Like, that is really, really difficult to do. So well done. And there was like
a really good vocalist, but again,
but it's not something I would normally gravitate to. And normally videos like that, if they're just doing it like shocking just for the sake of being shocking, it's a miss for you. It's a miss for me. Like, even like also being like a big horror fan, and it does take a lot to have that shock reaction. I can still absolutely appreciate it.
Yeah.
But again, it just seemed like being shocking grotesque just for the sake of being shocking grotesque, and to me that's always been a miss for me, even when I was younger.
Okay. No, I definitely can see that for sure, because I agree with that. I mean, you're not wrong. Like I said, not one of my favorite songs either. I do like elements of this. I mean, I think the musicians in this band are fantastic. They're great players. I don't think this is one of their better written songs. Again, I don't dislike it, but it's just not one that I'm going to gravitate towards or put on. Like, they've got other songs that I much prefer over this one.
Yeah.
So maybe we won't do another reaction for these guys, but maybe I'll show you some of the stuff I like better in our own time and see what you think of that, because I'm still trying to figure out what she's into. I mean, there's some deathcore stuff here that you seem to like, some that you really don't like. You know, I know you're more traditionally into like death metal, black metal, and stuff like that. So again, maybe if you guys get some suggestions more on those genres, and I think you like power metal as well too, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit some of that as well. So we will mix things up on the channel. Again, I was just kind of going for the shocking one of this, and I failed. What can I say? I failed. I didn't get her. So we'll find something eventually. But
I guess I shocked you.
Yes, exactly. I was like, damn, none of this is getting her whatsoever. So. You're Stonewall, what can I say? Get the poker face. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, if you enjoyed this band, I highly recommend you go check them out and see what you think. If you enjoy them, support them like any band that you enjoy. And of course, if you have more to help support this channel, then please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Impale that like button, and if you'd like to get our future updates, stab the notification bell down below for that. Also, don't forget about those socials down below. You can follow me on all the major platforms. Of course, the original link is down there. And if you'd like to check out my band, Dagger, there's some links down below for that as well. If you take time to listen to something, I'd be happy to get some feedback from you. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your support and hope everybody has an awesome day. Cheers, everybody. Stay sick.